always looking for animals and for things to film. Suddenly we saw a jackal standing in high grass. This jackal was quite nervous. And after a while we saw another jackal and he was dragging something.
The jackal started feeding, but after a few minutes he was eating very fast, like he was upset by something. Then he marked his prey. He marked it like, that is mine.
The jackals have every reason to be nervous. Their meal is attracting unwanted attention.
We were all stunned when we saw a big male caracal.
The two jackals immediately went to the caracal and attacked him.
Caracals are elusive creatures who usually hunt at night. But like jackals, they will scavenge food whenever an opportunity arises. A jackal may be half the weight of a caracal, but these canids have something this cat doesn't. Teamwork.
They were biting him, one in the head, one in the tail, and they made him crazy with all their moves.
We're seeing very typical canid behavior. Their ears are back and their heads are low slung and their bushy tails are up to try and give themselves a sense of being bigger than they are.
The attacks from the jackals was really breathtaking to look at. They act like masters of chaos.
Your heart is going faster and faster.
The jackals drive the cat back into the bushes. But this battle is far from over.
The caracal recovered himself from the first attack and he came straight back the second time, but more stronger than he was the first time.
The caracal, he fell partly over the prey and he grabbed it and he just had this whole attitude of, this is mine, make my day. The cat has his ears backwards, with his mouth open, shouting, jumping at jackals with his claws wide open. I could feel this is a cat from hell. He was furious.
The caracal uses its 18 razor-sharp claws, slicing teeth, and fearsome temper to reclaim his rightful place in the food chain.
And then at some point, you could see that the jackals were hesitating. They were knowing that they were losing the second fight. It was an amazing sighting.
The caracal wins the battle. With its prize between its jaws, it moves off to savor its meal.
The chance that I will ever come across a thing like this is very, very small. I hope, but I don't think we'll ever see this again. No, this is once in a lifetime. Whole attitude of, this is mine, make my day. The cat has his ears backwards, with his mouth open, shouting, jumping at jackals with his claws wide open. I could feel this is a cat from hell. He was furious.
The caracal uses its 18 razor-sharp claws, slicing teeth, and fearsome temper to reclaim his rightful place in the food chain.
And then at some point,
Reason to be nervous. Their meal is attracting unwanted attention.
we were all stunned when we saw a big male caracal.
The two jackals immediately went to the caracal and attacked him.
Caracals are elusive creatures who usually hunt at night. But like jackals, they will scavenge food whenever an opportunity arises. A jackal may be half the weight of a caracal, but these canids have something this cat doesn't. Teamwork.
They were biting him, one in the head, one in...
We're always looking for animals and for things to film. Suddenly we saw a jackal standing in high grass. This jackal was quite nervous. And after a while, we saw another jackal, and he was dragging something.
The jackal started feeding, but after a few minutes he was eating very fast, like he was upset by something. Then he marked his prey. He marked it like, that is mine.
The jackals have every
Tail, and they made him crazy with all their moves.
We're seeing very typical canid behavior. Their ears are back and their heads are low slunk and their bushy tails are up to try and give themselves a sense of being bigger than they are.
The attacks from the jackals was really breathtaking to look at. They act like masters of chaos.
Your heart is going faster and faster.
The jackals drive the cat back into the bushes. But this battle is far from over.
The Caracal recovered himself from the first attack, and he came straight back the second time, but more stronger than he was the first time.
The Caracal, he fell partly over the prey, and he grabbed it, and he just had this